and no signs of arsenic. Hello everyone, and welcome back to St. Andrew TV. I'm your host Andrew, and as you saw by the clip and the title of this video, really the only thing I know about this gun spinning trick is I saw it in the Hateful Eight, which is a twirl, flip, and holster, and my creative prowess took over, so I recreated the scene. Now today, I'm going to teach you how to do the twirl, flip, and holster in a variety of ways. The first is the cross draw, and then we'll get into the super secret one later on. Alright everyone, so feel free to answer wherever you're watching this. What's the first thing we do before we start doing these gun spinning tricks? We check if our gun is empty. We don't do these with loaded guns because that's how accidents happen and that's how people get hurt and even killed. So remember, these are with unloaded firearms. Now that we got the seriousness out of the way, let's have some fun. You're going to take your revolver, keep it nice and firm. Remember when we talked about the backward spin to keep your wrist locked? So you're going to drop it back, and when it gets about here, close your three fingers and hook your index finger around that trigger guard. You have a nice sturdy grip. I'm going to back up here so you can see me holster it, and you slide it in, removing your three fingers when it's going into the holster and with the majority of that torque on that index finger. So I'll show you real time now. Have it out. Just like so. I'll even do it from this side. Do a few of them. Do you slow-mo and do you a normal speed one. Alright, we'll do it from this side now, and you can really focus on this holster in particular now. Twirl, flip, holster. Really simple. If you'll notice, it's kind of a hybrid between the backward spin and the road agent spin, where you've had your finger hooked on the trigger guard before, and, you know, just like that. It's kind of a variation because this is the backward spin as well. It's almost like the reverse road agent spin because you bring it back and then to this position, except you're just holstering it. So if you understand the road agent spin, it's just that backwards. Pretty much. That's gonna conclude the cross draw portion. I got another way we can do it right after I change tool belts. All right. Got a different style on right now. This is kind of my military style belt, and as you can see on this side, I got the little US stamped into my military holster, and we have our revolver. Now, this might take some getting used to because I got this thing about a month ago and it's still not broken in, but follow me along. And we are also going to tuck this guy back here so it doesn't impede anything we're doing. So this position that the gun is currently in is called the Cavalry Draw. The origins of the Cavalry Draw date back to the Civil War, and this was used by both the Union and the Confederacy. The idea behind the Cavalry Draw was to grab your revolver, which was considered your secondary weapon, with your left hand, because on the right side, not this belt in particular, but you would have your cavalry saber. And the main difference between the two is a saber never needs to be reloaded, and your revolver in 1860-something was black powder. Therefore, you weren't reloading that in the heat of battle. Anyway, this is not a history lesson on the cavalry draw itself. It was just a neatly placed segue into what we're about to talk about. Anyway, Denzel Washington's character, Sam Chisholm, in the 2016 remake of Magnificent Seven, held his gun cavalry style. Now, a side note, the remake of the Magnificent Seven was not that good, but Denzel Washington is too cool to leave out of this video. There's a scene in the movie where he twirls his revolver, flips it over, and puts it back in his cavalry draw holster. So everything we just learned can be applied to this as well. You're just placing your revolver on another part of your body. So you're standing, got your gun pointed, twirl, flip, holster. And I would advise you guys to use a holster that's broken in as well. So we'll do it from this side. We're gonna twirl, flip, and holster. Holster. How about that? That one actually went in pretty well. I thought I'd include it because there were counts of ex-military soldiers continuing to carry their gun that way because it was comfier. It felt better to ride a horse with a cross draw or a cavalry draw. Sitting down even, it was just more comfy. It would make sense that Sam Chisholm in The Magnificent Seven would wear his gun that way because of comfortability, or it was just something that he got used to. Maybe he was a military man, I don't remember the movie. Anyway, that's gonna wrap things up for me today. I appreciate all the recent support and love on the channel. We've doubled in the last 28 days according to my YouTube analytics, and I cannot thank you enough. I said my number one goal to reach when I started YouTube was to get to 100 subscribers. And I think at the time of recording this video, we're in the 130 somewhere, which is awesome, so thank you so much. So that means my next goal is the one that I'd like to achieve, and that's to get to 1,000 subscribers. I do these videos because I like to inform people, I like to educate people, and I like to have fun sometimes. Like some of these comments that I had are the reason I started this YouTube channel, because they were genuine, they actually seemed like they were interested in the thing that I was talking about, and that's the reason I wanted to do that. I wanted to find people with a similar interest or who wanted to have similar interest and connect with them and show some people that history can be fun. I appreciate you all. Feel free to leave as many comments as you'd like because it helps the video get promoted by YouTube. Like the video if you like it. Thank you to all my subscribers. But if you're new to the channel and haven't subscribed yet, think about subscribing. You're a daisy if you do.